Astro Tarot Forecast. I am shuffling the Game of Thrones Tarot that I used last month. If you are new to the channel, I cover the astrology first and then go over the divination at the end. Thank you for choosing me for your private readings and for subscribing to this channel here on YouTube and following me on social media at Instagram at Audrey Alison _astrology tarot. So, Virgo, eclipse season, your ruling planet is retrograde, so let's get to it, and quarantine. So 6/5, June 5th, full moon lunar eclipse occurs, culminating at 15 degrees of Sagittarius in your 4th house of home and environment. Some of you are looking around your surroundings that you've been forced to be in for longer than usual, and you might not feel comfortable there. This could be time to consider a move or removing things from the home, sorting, filing, tossing, and getting rid of what is no longer serving the highest purpose there. There's closure in the home environment. There could also be a closure in a situation regarding your mother, a maternal issue in your life. Either way, the eclipse here allows a review, an awareness. Something needs to be seen and intuitively processed. If you don't have an inkling of what this is now, there's a download that we all receive on a personal level when the sun and the moon are aligned and a portal opens up. That opens us up because we are of the cosmos. So listen for it. If it doesn't make sense right now, give yourself some time. And it's better to be less communicative around an eclipse and to be listening to your instincts and the messages you receive around the 6th and 5th of June. Now, June 18 through July 12th, Mercury retrogrades at 14 degrees of Cancer, back through 5 degrees of Cancer in your 11th house of the internet, higher technologies, goals. So trust your pace will slow down a little bit. You have to be easier with your timelines and your deadlines. Allow extra days and or weeks for those working from home and generating clients on the internet and using technologies to communicate, and Zoom and all those new devices and platforms people are using to connect. Give yourself extra time signing in to meetings because you are affected in a sector that has to do with technology on top of the retrograde affecting technology and anyway on its own. When Mercury slows up, your review is here, so it is wise to revise your goals at this time. What really needs to get done from 6/21 through December 21? Use the solstice points as your guidelines. What do you necessarily, what do you need to achieve in these 6 months, and what can you take off your plate? You might also connect with old friendships and hear from friendships in the Mercury retrograde that you haven't in quite a while. People tend to get nostalgic and reconnect at that time. On June 20th, the sun enters Cancer. Our summer solstice occurs a day earlier this year, and the sun will be conjunct that retrograde in the 11th house. Additionally, on June 21st, we have our new moon solar eclipse at 0 degrees of Cancer. Fresh new goals can arrive on Virgo's plate. Now you're receiving a download for new groups that you need to push forward in your life. New clubs and organizations that need your attention. As you remove the old energy from your plate, it's replenished with new directional goals and new people to align you to those goals. Again, listen through the eclipses. That is not a day to travel around aimlessly in your vehicle. That's a day you could get lost in a vehicle trip on roads that you even know like the back of your hand. When we are in eclipse time, it's like a Bermuda Triangle. You just get turned around and you automatically just don't know where you are at times. It's hard to grasp north and south, east and west. On the 27th, Mars makes a transit. That happens only once every 2 years into Aries, a place he's very comfortable. And that's your 8th house of intimacy and shared resources. So what better place to have a planet of generating energy and stimulating energy than in the 8th house of shared resources and other people's money. Investors, people want to see what you've been up to behind closed doors. If Virgo is looking to invest or considering a property purchase, definitely the second half of the year is your friend. Mars in the 8th house helps you. Mars is here from June 27th through January 6th of 2021. So you have 6 months with this energy here. This is also a very physical and sexual placement, intimacy, sex life increases, stamina, sex drive, libido. And on the 30th of June, Jupiter and Pluto go exact. They're conjunct at 24 degrees of Capricorn in your 5th house. So creative ventures might take more of a push to get off the ground around this time frame, because Pluto is loss and some changes, and Jupiter, as he wants to expand things, Pluto drains from them. So if you're filling something up, the water's draining out just as quickly. I would tend to entrepreneurial and creative pursuits after July 12th, the June 30th week or so, especially that day, it's hard to get ahead. Additionally, you want to limit the amount of unnecessary activity with children, dangerous activities. This is a time where people should remain more protected than taking risks unnecessarily. And the 5th house is children. You know, you don't want them riding dirt bikes if they don't have to that day. Or some of them might be emotional about school and changing how they are doing their schooling, so it becomes an issue for the family that day. This is just an intuitive psychic message, actually. Some children aren't handling the schooling adjustments very well. Some are, but this June 30th could bring up an issue regarding that and your children. So just be aware of that day having some tension, and it's harder to get ahead in creative projects that day and projects related to children. Here are your cards, Virgo, for the month. The 9 of Swords. Well, it is stressful at night, and anxiety is at a high for everyone because of what we're witnessing with our own eyes. Physical exertion is helpful for anxiousness and expelling that energy. If you're up at night and you're sleepless, walk at night, sweat and tire yourself out. Keep your body active during some point of the day so you have something to assist you in the middle of the night. Knight of Coins, protection of your health and wealth. Absolutely. And Virgo, this is your card. Earth sign energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Your wealth is in your health, and you love to focus and analyze. Create a chart for yourself and the family on health and routine regimen practices, what days of the week you're going to commit to better eating. And I see certain charts and grids and organizational things. So Virgo might be tending to the family's well-being more so than usual. And Temperance, have patience with yourself. This is the Sagittarian card, It's also a card of pace, moderation, everything in moderation. And study and learn what works for you. Some of you are going through a testing period about food and diet and weeding out what no longer works for your body. Bodies change. You can gain allergies and allergic reactions. So I feel like some Virgos are going through a testing period, a detox period, and an investigation period. 7 of Coins, more earth for you, more security, more growth, expansion of property, even building on the home. And you had that eclipse in the 4th house. You could be changing areas of your home, adding to different rooms, making things bigger, creating a gym room, a meditation room, something to help your health, because your health is in your wealth. I'm not mad at this. You know, you're not the only sign to receive a stressful card, the 9 of Swords. It's due to our time and life. Life is stressful. However, if you pace yourself, the pace in which Virgo expects to get everything done is what creates this. Ease into this. It doesn't all have to happen the day you decide it's happening. It doesn't have to be completed that day. So start your revision and allow the pace of this. And impatience is not a virtue. So I know that it's frustrating with lockdown, and these eclipses are what we need to trigger forward movement, especially the June 21st eclipse and then the July 5th eclipse. So hold on, okay? Virgo, thank you for choosing me. If you'd like a private reading, I'm at audreyalison.com. I read all through the week. And if you check out my homepage, the Summer Goddess Planner is available now for 2020. And it's a download you can receive. The data is on my homepage, as well as the Summer Solstice Season in Stone bracelets are available. And a private reading is also available on my site. Thank you so much, Virgo. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.